The Championship end of season awards will be coming out soon, so I wanted to ask you who you think is going to win each one, and we'll start with the Championship manager of the season. So the nominees are Daniel Farke at Leeds, Kieran McKenna at Ipswich, or Liam Rosener at Hull.
Only 2 out of 3 of those I agree with.
Yeah.
Don't think Rosener should be anywhere
near it. They're not even in playoffs, and they've had about 20 Premier League players on
Which team is it?
We're going to get onto this when you touched on West Brom, because they've spent next to nothing, and they could end up going up.
It's got to be the Ipswich.
It's got to be,
I completely agree. And I think for Leeds fans to say that as well, I think it has actually got to be Kieran McKenna, because the job that he's done at Ipswich to get him up... to get him up to the Championship and then get him in a position where all season, including myself, everyone's been saying they're going to drop off and they're still in that promotion fight. Even if they end up in playoffs, he's done a better job, given the squad he's got, than any other manager.
Yeah, it's a unanimous one, that one, isn't it? I was a bit biased at first, and I said, we'll clean sweep all 3 awards, but that were based off the fact, we chased Leicester down and cleared a 17-point gap.
That is mad.
The start of our season as well, the mess that you had to clean up.
It's not just on Leicester dropping points, it's on us keeping that consistency. But then, like you mentioned, when do you ever see a side go up from League One again, even challenge for top 6?
Was it Blackpool or something did that when they got in the Premier League? Did they go up and up? And I'm sure a team has done that before.
I don't think it were.
Was it not Blackpool?
It wasn't Blackpool, I don't think.
I think there's been a few teams that have gone up. I think Leicester might have done it.
No, Leicester went up to the Prem, then just avoided relegation. Then the next season they won.
Right.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's ridiculous.
That's the same sort of achievement.
I know that Brighton and Luton had pretty quick journeys from League One to the
Luton
Premier
have come
League.
all the way up, haven't they?
Didn't Bournemouth rise up from 2 to top with what's he called? Manager.
Did Man City or Fulham do it right back in the day when they went down to the lower leagues? I'm sure they did.
Maybe Man City might have done. I'm not sure.
Early 2000s, something maybe, I don't know.
But then the next award is for the Championship Player of the Season, and the nominees are Kieran Dewsbury-Hall at Leicester. His name's Kiernan, N-A-N. It's spelled Kiernan. Apparently,
not Kieran.
Kiernan.
Unless I've got that wrong, but I swear when I looked into it, that was actually what it said.
Go on.
Liverpool with another good chance.
So, yeah.
Anyway, I'm just going to say Kieran Dewsbury-Hall at Leicester, Crysencio Somerville at Leeds, and Sammy Smodics at Blackburn.
See the top scorer.
I feel like you looked at me. I feel like we're thinking the same, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
Like who's going to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I wanted to say Somerville, but I think Smodics. I think we're thinking the same thing. You're playing in a relegation threatened side and you're bagging 20 goals. Yeah,
I completely agree. I think I think Somerville might be a slightly better player overall, but Smodics as a striker to be doing that at Blackburn is mad.
Where at Blackburn are they literally?
They're fighting relegation.
Are they really?
Fighting relegation, and is it 24 or 25 goals?
24, I think.
Yeah, 20-something goals. He's the top scorer of the Championship, and in comparison to, I suppose, Leeds, the goals have been spread out a little bit more, but it doesn't matter. Smodics has still just done bits all year. He's been bagging.
And the thing is, Somerville was shit hot in first half of the season, and I don't think he obviously scored some good goals. He scored against Watford, that was a beauty, but he's dropped off a little bit, not in terms of his overall performance.
Liverpool.
Go on. God, this is really annoying.
Manchester United have been.
He goes through phases within the game. There's not been many games in the second half of the season where it's like a Somerville show, as much as he wants it to be. It's not.
You can't think of him you look back at Norwich away. When we're 2-0 down, that's the Somerville show. And there was a few games where he just took the game by the scruff of the neck, but he's just not really done that as much in the second half of the season. Still fantastic player, but like you said, the goals are more spread out in our squad. You've got to give it to Smodics, is it?
Yeah,
Is that how you
Smodics.
pronounce it?
I think it's got to be him for me. And there's one award left.
Yeah, don't bother because it's not even up for debate.
Archie Gray right next.
It's Young Player of the Year. The nominees are Archie Gray, John Rowe, and Jordan James.
Who?
The obvious winner here is Archie Gray. His name's been mentioned by Gareth Southgate recently. He has had an absolutely banging season for Leeds this year. Do you think we've ever seen a young player do this well for Leeds?
Again, what is it? He's just turned 18, so...
He's been 17 for the majority of the year.
I want to be having this conversation in 2 seasons' time. Yeah. Saying have you ever seen a young player do this well? Because we're so used to seeing our good young players just cherry-picked offers whenever. And, he's linked to Dortmund, and I know Real Madrid is a bit of a I think that one's just gathered some attention and it's been run away with. But like Dortmund sounds quite realistic, you know, like he could be offered that same sort of stepping stone path as Bellingham.
Is he a full back, like right back?
No, he's a centre midfielder.
Oh, he's a centre midfielder.
But he's been playing at right back.
He's been playing.
He played right back in the England like youth setup, and like he has played there before. In his
is he Thingy's son, Eddie Gray's son? Yeah.
Oh, grandson.
Bloody hell, grandson, Christ. Yeah.
Getting on a bit.
Yeah.
But no, I think he's one of those where if nothing goes seriously wrong in terms of a major injury, etc., I could see him becoming a massive player for whoever he ends up joining. Because it won't be.
Do you think you'll keep hold of him though? Do you think?
I think maybe
down the line you'll probably.
I think if we go up, we'll keep hold of him for another season or two. But if we stay down, I think he might get picked because he's that good. Where someone will probably offer 30 million to a championship team, and you can't really say no to that.
It depends who it is as well, though, because like you saw it with. Who was it? Odegaard when he was like 15 and he went to Real Madrid and then he was on loan for like 6 years or something and then went to Arsenal. Albeit he's brilliant now, but it's just how your career can stall a little bit. For me, there's no reason for him to even jump ship now and go to
he just
like
needs
a
to
Dortmund.
stay.
His game's only going to get better while he's playing, you know, senior football. He'll learn so much from like the players around him and stuff.
He is a Leeds boy as well, and you'd like to think that he'd want to try stick about for a bit. And he'd recently signed a relatively new deal to like 28 or 27, I think 2027 that is.
Yeah, he'll have got a little bit more money, etc. on that one, won't he? So I pray he stays, but I just can't see him staying for too long. If he continues to develop as well, because we're already saying how good he is, he should only get better for at least the next couple of years. So, but that's the end of the awards. We've got Kieran McKenna as manager, and no one disagreed on any of them. Everyone just agreed with them all, which is pretty wild.
It's just logical thinking, isn't it? You can't really get thrown a bias there.
I'm just happy that none of us Leeds fans were too biased and tried saying Fark or something, because it's a possibility.
He's done well, do you know what I mean? He's done great.
Oh, yeah.
You can't say any different than Kieran McKenna, can you? It'd be ridiculous.
No.